This week we've been exploring digital audio, the people, processes and technology behind it. In this video we will begin to practically consider digital audio by covering the available types of digital audio software, the difference between digital audio editing and sequencing, and set up an installation of digital audio workstations. There are many kinds of digital audio software. Some kinds include audio editors, which allow us to edit one or two channels of sound in the time domain, or sound represented at its amplitude measurements over time. There are spectral editors, which allow us to edit sound in the frequency domain, or frequency strength represented over time. There are sample managers, which allow us to manage libraries of samples where we can perform processes on hundreds or thousands of sounds at a given time. There are multi-track DAWs, which allow us to blend and mix sound in complicated ways. And there are also DAWs which incorporate new and novel ways of sequencing. The main difference between digital audio editors and digital audio workstations is that digital audio editors typically prepare audio materials for importation into a digital audio workstation. The digital audio editor is really there to clean up the materials, ensure that any artifacts are removed, maybe perform some non-real-time processing and get the materials together. The digital audio workstation is there to layer the materials, blend and mix and process them in real time to produce the final work. Even though there is a distinction between digital audio editors and digital audio workstations, quite often you'll find that both kinds of software try and do implement features of the other. So for example, Audacity does have multi-tracking and basic mix capabilities, and for example, Pro Tools has basic editing capabilities. So now that we have an idea about the range of digital audio programs and the difference between digital audio editing and sequencing, let's install a digital audio workstation. So let's get the digital audio workstation we're going to use for our creative work. We're going to use a multi-tracking editor called Audacity. It'll allow us to edit audio, but also process and layer audio. You don't have to use it, but if you choose to use something else, make sure that it can process and layer audio. That's the key thing. All right, let's go and download it. So we'll go to the Audacity team website. Once we land on the home page, we'll click on the Download Audacity 2.1.2 link. From here, we simply need to choose the appropriate version of Audacity for our computer system. I'm going to be using Macintosh OS X, so I'll click on the Audacity for Mac link. This takes me to another page where I can select the version that I want. I'm going to choose the top one because it includes all the help files, which you may find useful. Once I click on that link, it should begin to download. Depending upon the speed of your internet connection, it should download relatively quickly. Once the file is finished downloading, I simply need to locate it on my computer system. Double-click the file and then drag the Audacity folder containing the application and associated files to my applications folder. Once it finishes copying, I can close this window down and go to my applications folder. Your installation process might be slightly different depending upon which computer system you're using, but it should be straightforward. Click on the Audacity folder and there is our application. If I double click on it, it should launch. It may warn you, given that it's been downloaded from the internet. I simply verify and click open. Flip over to the Audacity application and here we are. This covers setting up our digital audio workstation. We can now begin to creatively explore sound and music over the coming weeks.